Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Page number 367 and 368. In areas of Maharashtra, including Karnataka, the Veda that is well entrenched is the Rig Veda. From Nashik to Kanyakumari, along the west coast, the predominant Rig Veda has its influence not only in the Aryan Marathi language but also on the Dravidian Kannada language. As the spatial sound of La, from Vizag to Madras along the eastern coast, if you take the coastal area and the hinterland, that is Andhra Pradesh, 98% of the people are Yajurvedis and 2% are Rigvedis. There are almost nil Samavedis here. So, in Adhyanam, the La of the Rigvedam becomes Da of the Yajurveda. So, in the regional language of Telugu, there is a special Da effect. Now, come to Tamil Nadu. Here too, in recent times, the population of Yajurvedis has increased. Now, it is almost 80% is Yajurvedis, about 50% Sama, and the 5% Rigvedis. But in olden times, there was a preponderance of Samaveda in Tamil Nadu. All the 1,000 branches of Samaveda were thriving here. In Devaram, in Tamil, while describing the Sivaperuman, it says, Ayiram Shakai Udayan, meaning the god having 1,000 branches of Samaveda evidently. KTSV adds, in the inexorable logic of Periyawal, continued that Aryans brought the Vedas to India is Kannad. We will continue from where we let off. End quote. I had spoken about how all the 1,000 branches of Samaveda was widely prevalent in Tamil Nadu. Out of them, now the majority are the branch known as Kautumam, but in the past, the Jaimini or Talavakara was more in use. In the Chola kingdom, the Samavedi Brahmins were known as Sodier, whose fame was spread far and wide. Even at the far end of the Pandya kingdom, further south in Tirunelveli, there were Sodiers, who were Talavakara Samavedi Brahmins. These Sodiers can be taken as oldest lot of Brahmins of Tamil Nadu. The reason I am saying so is due to the fact that there is another sect of Brahmins in Tamil Nadu known as Vadamas. What are the Vadamas or Vadamal Brahmins? They are those who came from the North India. Those Brahmins already living here were Sodiers, and those who came down south from North India were Vadamas. We can gather that they are mainly from around the places of the banks of Narmada river. Some people are of the opinion that all the Brahmins of Tamil Nadu are from north, and that is very old times. There were no Brahmins in South India. This can only be ignorance or vested interest. The word Vadamar is proof of the fact that only some Brahmins are called by that name, and that there were Brahmins before that in Tamil Nadu. It automatically means that except for those Brahmins identified as having come from the north, all others were native to this part of the world. Those old natives were known as Sodiers. There is a clear proof that Vadamas were from the banks of Narmada river. Till day, in the daily prayers of Sandhya Vandanam, they chant Narmadaye Namaha, Prataha Narmadaye Namo Namo Rishi, Namostu Narmade Tubhyam Pahimam Vishasarpataha. This means that in the morning and night they are prostrating to the river Narmada, which originates from Vindhya hills, asking to be protected from the poisonous snakes. Although the Sodiers were the Somasi Nayanar, one of the 63 identified Nayanmars are Shiva Bhaktas. Somasi does not mean the sweet, eatable samosa. It is the title Somayaji for having done the Somayaga. The Ramanujacharya's father was also a Somayaji, known as Keshava Somayaji. For all such people, Samavedam is special. So, in Tamil Nadu, there were a substantial number of Brahmins following Talavakara Samavedam in Chola and Pandya kingdoms. Then, what was the state of affairs in the Chera and Pallava kingdoms? Actually, in olden times, there was no Pallava dynasty. Chera, Chola, and Pandya were generally contemporary dynasties. Pallavas came much later in time, out of portions of Chola mainly, and Chera kingdoms territorially. So, they were all predominantly soldiers only. Vadamas, who came from the north, remained in the northern part of the Tamil Nadu only. Actually, they got another surname as Othura Vadamas, that is, those Vadamas who remained in the northern part of Tamil Nadu compared to those who are spread all over. There were some Samavedis amongst them. Anyhow, we are not much concerned about the Pallava Samrajyam because of the fact that they are of a much later period. The question is as whether Brahmins and Veda way of life are more imports from the north or were integral to what is Tamil Nadu. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Rama 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 Rama